on a cold November afternoon in 1872, long before floodlights, sponsorships, or arguments about VAR, a quiet revolution kicked off in Glasgow. No fireworks, no anthems, just 22 men, a leather ball stitched around an animal bladder, and a crowd of curious onlookers paying a shilling to see what all the fuss was about. The place was Hamilton Crescent in Partick, a cricket ground better suited to polite applause than sporting drama. Yet on November 30th, Scotland and England met there in what FIFA would later recognize as the first official international football match. It finished 0-0, which feels oddly perfect, football taking its first breath without knowing what it would one day become. Scotland's team came entirely from Queen's Park, purists who believed in passing and collective movement. England arrived as a patchwork of players from various clubs favoring strength, dribbling, and the kick-and-rush approach. It was less a contest of nations than a philosophical argument played out on grass. There were no substitutes. If you were injured, you carried on. The pitch was vast by modern standards, the rules refreshingly simple, and the referee's word final. No screens, no slow motion, no debates that lasted longer than the match itself. And yet, in that simplicity, something profound was happening. From that modest draw grew a global obsession. What began as an amateur exhibition between neighbors evolved into a game that crossed oceans and languages. By the early 20th century, football had outgrown Britain, gained a governing body in FIFA, and found its grand stage in the World Cup. Uruguay's 1930 triumph before 68,000 fans would have seemed unimaginable to the men of Hamilton Crescent. After war and hardship, football returned stronger. Television carried it into living rooms. Tactics became art forms. Hungary danced through defenses. Brazil turned joy into a philosophy. The game learned to think, to adapt, to entertain. Then came money, movement, and modernity. Players became professionals. Clubs became global brands, and nations from every corner of the world joined the conversation. The backpass rule sped things up. Bosman freed players. VAR tried, sometimes awkwardly, to bring justice to chaos. And still, beneath the billions, the technology, and the noise, the soul of the game remains rooted in that chilly afternoon in Glasgow. 22 men, one ball, no guarantees. Just the simple idea that nations could meet not on battlefields but on grass. Football didn't begin with a roar. It began with a draw, and somehow the world has been arguing, celebrating, and dreaming about it ever since.